Hi, I'm Matthew Owens. I am from Patton County in O'Leary City, and I'm running for treasurer.
Hey, I'm Connor Casey, and I'm from Patton County, and I'm running for Attorney General.
Hi, I'm Max Harmon. I proudly hail from the city of Manti in Marshall County, and I am our lieutenant governor candidate.
Hi, my name is Samuel Reinig. I am also from the Marshall County and also from the city of Manti, and I'm running for governor.
My name is Will Tamke. I'm the Federalist nominee for Secretary of State, and I'm from MacArthur County.
My name is Trey Pete. I'm the candidate for Commissioner of Insurance, and I'm from Kennedy County in Garden City.
What is your, as you know, we're kind of in a rocky state with our revenue and economy. What are your steps, generally, what are your steps to help improve that? Anybody? Go.
So currently, I know a lot of counties are suffering. There's a lot of unemployment. So what we want is we want to try to get businesses to move into these counties. We're not going to try to tax bump up property taxes. We're not trying to hurt the businesses. We want business to come in. We want to make sure every city gets stronger and every county gets stronger, and that's going to build up and that's going to help the state government. So that's what my goal is. I want to basically build from the bottom up. I want the cities to get better. I want the counties to get better, and by that, we're not gonna like raise taxes or anything like that. It's gonna have to be low taxes so businesses can come in and help. Anybody else? Okay.
You guys have another question? We'll just keep the mic here.
Yeah.
Pass it around.
Yeah. So, how you go about, like, what's your plan to get businesses to come in and stay?
Well, we want to currently we need to incentivize businesses to come in. There will be, we need to open up lots just for commercial use. That's what's going to allow counties to kind of develop. It's going to bring, businesses are looking for those lots. They want to see those commercial use lots that they can build on. The lower the taxes, the less the businesses have to pay, and the higher the infrastructure, the higher, the more the better the county and city looks, the more likely businesses will move into the area. So we want to improve infrastructure. We want to provide energy for these businesses to use. And by not having high tax breaks and providing tax incentives, we believe these businesses will come.
So if you have low taxes, how are you generating revenue?
We believe that as long as we're generating revenue in cities and counties, the more profit they make, that means the more profit we'll make, right? So even if we're taxing a lot on these cities and counties, they probably will be suffering. They won't be getting much money. And if they're not getting much money, in the end, we're not getting much money. The only way to keep generating more money for the state government is by letting these cities and counties prosper. And if they prosper, then we'll prosper.
I also have something to add to that. I think those are great points. Another way, whenever we're faced with the issue of trying to balance the budget for the state, there's two ways we can kind of do that. We can either raise taxes or we can cut government spending. And we've already said we're trying to invite businesses back so we get rid of this high unemployment rate we have. So we're gonna, of course, have lenient taxes for businesses. And that means that we're gonna try and downsize our government, make sure that we're cutting spending so that we can balance the budget and really make this economically feasible.
I'll add something real quick. Another thing we would like to do is deregulation for businesses, because we feel like businesses currently right now jump through a lot of hoops. They're getting too many licenses that they need to sell their product. So one of the things we like to do is to deregulate that, which will increase the amount of businesses that will come from different states and operate, and which will also increase our tax revenue as well.
I like to add something to that. Something the Federalist Party has been looking at as a whole, and representatives in both houses of legislation, is a 2020 plan. Take a county, for example. If they hire 20% of the workers, then they'll receive a 20% tax cut incentive, and that'll motivate them to come bring businesses to Kansas.
It's also important to note that this isn't just for big companies. So we just passed a bill in the House for small businesses where they would, in their first year of being created, they would receive a 90% reduction of their property and corporate tax in their first year, and that would slowly be phased out for new businesses coming to Kansas. So we're really excited about our new strategies for bringing business to Kansas. And it's important to look at our platform here on this, because the nationalists aren't going to be able to do that for you. It's the Federalist Party that's going to get that done. So other than that, is there anything else anyone wanted to add?
Another option we could explore is trying to lower the risks that businesses face when moving into a new area. So one option that we could explore is the insurance and trying to help lower the risks. And that's all I have.
All right, guys.
Is
Anything
there
else?
another question?
Yeah. You're going to try to bring back these businesses. What budget changes? What are like some of the major budget changes in that, like that could impact negative? Like, to get something else, will you have to cut education? Examples like that.
Well, we are actually currently working on our budget plan. So we're not completely, like, we don't have the budget completely for you at the moment. We're still working on it. But basically, there will be a few departments that have to be cut, but we're going to try to organize it the best we can to make sure that we can find a way that works, basically.
And yeah, like I said, so that's a great question. So yeah, we're gonna try and downsize some of our departments, and not necessarily cutting whole departments. Like, of course, taking a cut to education. None of us like that. We all come from Kansas high schools, but we understand some of that stuff needs to be done. But also smaller stuff here and there. Like we were noticing we have a high amount of state employees that we have to find jobs for. So that can get pretty expensive pretty fast. So just downsizing our amount of personnel whose jobs might not be critically essential to running our government, then that might be an opportunity, an easy place to downsize where we can save some money for the budget.
Oh, question.
Yeah.
So what are you guys' thoughts on like gun control and issues like that?
Oh, this is a legal issue. All right. So as gun control, as you know, we are the Federalist Party, which is conservative. So we believe as conservatives that your average Kansas citizen should be able to possess a firearm within reason. And we're not talking like, a light machine gun or something like AR-15s. Very controversial issue, but in the state of Kansas, the average gun store compared to Federal Armory is much, much higher. And we have the Second Amendment in place for a reason. And it's pretty much our forefathers' way of giving us a way to fight tyranny. And we won't let the Nationals pretty much let tyranny come and take over the state. Thank you.
Also, to add to that, as the Federalist Party, we want to protect as many rights as the citizens of the state have. We want to make sure that you're not getting rights taken away by the nationalists. We're here to protect your Second Amendment rights. We're here to protect any right that you've been promised by that you already have. We don't want rights taken away from you guys, basically. So we're going to protect the Second Amendment right. You guys have a right to that, and that's basically. We just want to make sure that the citizens are living as free of a life as they can and have as many rights as they can.
I fell behind on my notes. You may have already been asked this, and please let me know if you have. But has somebody mentioned the dam yet? The hydroelectric dam?
No, not yet.
What's your take on cleaner renewable energy and proposal of the hydroelectric dam? Have you thought of where you want to place that? Has it been approved, or are you thinking about it?
I don't know at the moment. Oh, yeah.
Well, I'm just saying in the House we've talked about that. And I know there's talk of, for the oil and gas counties, this is a really controversial issue because that's a main source of energy, our oil and gas. And if we put this dam there and start producing energy that way, it's going to hurt those counties. In the House, we were talking about subsidizing those industries temporarily to switch to the dam and the cleaner uses of energy. Because if you look at it, it's actually cheaper to make energy that way than it is through oil and gas. Now, that's not to say we're going to leave the oil and gas industry workers in the cold. We're going to do everything we can as the Federalist Party to make sure that they're protected from this new industry, and we're going to make sure that they can transition without losing a whole lot of money. So it's important to note that the Federalist Party here, we have a plan to help those people that are going to have to make the inevitable transition to cleaner energy. I don't know what the Nationalists are doing. I don't even know if they have a plan yet. But the Federalists are putting together a plan, and we have one. So you got to think about which party is going to give you the best shot. And I think it's with the Federalists.
Are there any more questions? Just one. I mean, one question here. What part of your platform have you guys not talked about that you really want to hit on?
What part of our platform?
Yeah, what parts of your platform do you really want to talk about?
Does anybody have anything they want to touch up on? Okay.
Oh, yeah, we touched up on immigration.
Do you want to touch up on that?
Yes, I can.
Okay.
So, statistics done from private research groups in the state of Kansas have shown the benefits given to illegal immigrants on the federal programs and some of the minor state level programs. And legal citizens here actually are at a disadvantage, and we want to make sure that if you are coming here legally and you have to wait a few years for, to become a naturalized citizen, you should have the advantage of that over someone who pretty much got over here illegally. And we are for American citizens who are here legally. And let me remind you, illegal immigration, keyword illegal. That's all we have to say on it.
Also important to note, Federalists aren't against immigration. We have an issue with illegal immigration. So I know the nationalists like to frame this debate in a very derogatory way towards us, but emphasis on illegal. So we like immigrants. We love immigrants here. Other than that.
And then, okay.
One thing I'd like to mention, we're not, like you said, we're not against immigration. We'd even like to see the process become easier and cheaper for families to come to the United States. But the whole point is they come here legally, so we know who's coming in.
And then to finish it all off, I just want to reiterate that what we want to do here as Federalists is we want to make sure that the cities and the counties, that you guys are supplied, that you guys are employed. We know that that's a giant problem here, and that's our main goal here. So vote Federalist. We want to make sure that everyone has a job. We want to make sure that everyone's living the life that they want, and that's our key goal here, is to make that sure that everyone's happy here at Boise State.